Okay, hello guys. Here's the result. Okay, let's see. So I got the first of all, I got the again, I got the roller bridge installed, and so you can take a look. So basically, I'm just using the original factory stuff. I basically just remove the factory bridge and just putting this one right on. So it fits perfectly. So no need to do any adjustment or anything. And this one is this particular type is lock-in bridge, so you can move in, like this way or that way. Because some of the bridge or in the factory one, you can just put it into one position only, but with the locking you can actually do a little movement, so probably can provide better intonation. And then here again, that's the Bigsby. So as you can see, it both perfectly with the Vibramate and the Bigsby. Let's put it there. The bottom sort of get in the way, but you can probably see it fitting perfectly. And let's look at the side. It's got a little space here, but as long as we got a good anchor position in here, it's tight and nice. So everything was it's fairly good. So you can see the Bigsby, and inside that's Vibramate, and then the adjust strip button. So basically that's let me turn another way. So basically that's the final result. There might be some of the Les Paul may be a little bit bigger or larger size, so you might be able to lay this part right at the edge of your guitar. But for some reason it's maybe a little bit smaller. For some reason, see, I got space in here. For some model, you might be able to lay this on here. Okay, so that's something that you have to watch out. But as long as this part is tight, it's very tight and nicely installed. Even though you have the space, that doesn't really matter. And if you have the space, if you can fit in here perfectly, you might have another problem too, which is the one I mentioned before. And I made a video, so it'll be easier to understand what I'm talking about. See, this is the space for the Vibramate, right? And here is your the original factory hole for the strip button. So as you can see, the Vibramate allow a lot of space, right? So if once you put it, once you put your Vibramate and so once you put your Bigsby, if the holes in here or here doesn't really matter because you got all the space to bolt, right? But once you put in the Vibramate on, sort of limit your screwing area to here, right? So this is the hole for the Vibramate is very small. So what if after you put your Bigsby, your factory hole, strip button hole was somewhere in here, right? Your screw, right? Or maybe your factory screw hole it's right here. You might have to do some adjustments. So that's why I say for my model, Les Paul Studio, I got a little space, but although I got a little space, but here is okay. But once, say if there's no space here, that means it's really tight and everything. So the hole might not be aligned, so you might run into a problem. You might have to do some adjustment here. But anyway, so that's one of that's the only doubt I have. So let me do some sitting and let's do some tune test and sound test. so let's do some tests on the Bigsby then. Okay, so that's the test for the Bigsby. So let's abuse a little bit and then do a tune test. See, I'm really bending it. Because with the roller bridge, you can actually allow more movement on the Bigsby, so you can use your handle a bit more, I guess, more freely. So since there's less traction in here, your string will go back to their original position a little bit easier. That means maybe you'll stay in tune a little bit better. But if you like really abuse it, it's still gonna go out of tune for sure. But if you play gently and with the Bigsby, I believe the tune will stay pretty well. Okay, that will be enough. Let's do a test. Okay, so let's go. Not that bad, eh? Alright guys, hopefully you find this clip useful in terms of making your decision. I wanted to put a Bigsby and roller bridge. Of course, you want to put a Bigsby, you gotta do it with Vibramate unless you want to drill a hole into your guitar. But anyway, I hope you find this clip useful. And the other thing to take home with is depending on your how you use your Bigsby. You know, some people maybe like to pull a little bit more or push a little bit more, so depend on your usage. So you might find out after you you do your thing, your guitar will go out of tune. Maybe some of the string will go a little bit higher tune, or maybe a little bit flat. So you can tune your string before you use your Bigsby, right? So if you find out to use your Bigsby and your tune will always go a little bit high, you might want to adjust your tune down a little bit before when you start to play. So after you play, hopefully your guitar will be in tune. But by experience, I find out the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 strings usually stay in tune. You probably have problem with the 5th and the 6th. But then again, I told you you can tune it before you use your Bigsby, right? So anyway, so hopefully you find this useful, and keep playing then. We almost forgot one thing. Some of you have question on whether the case will hold, the original factory case will hold if you put the Bigsby on. So as you can see, I guess the Gibson thought about that too, because some of their stuff has Bigsby, right? So see, there's already space there. So once you put in, it fitting, you're fitting perfectly. No problem at all. Okay, so of course you gotta put your handle you gotta put your handle like this and close. It's perfect. All right, bye bye.